Hello, everyone. Look at that. I'm actually on time today. It's unusual for me, but I have a lot to do today. It's an exciting time in our house. As you can see, the walls are all bare. We're getting ready to move. 4 more days till the truck comes. I'm so excited. Yeah, next week, I'm not entirely sure if I will be able to go live on Tuesday. I guess we'll have to see how set up I'm like with the house because the truck comes either Saturday or Sunday. So just in case, hold on guys, just in case next week, I will post a reminder to let you know if I'm going to be live. Today, I'd kind of like to do the same thing that I did last week, for those of you who are watching, is I just want to talk a little bit about some of the emotions that I'm picking up every day. And I'm not so much going through this myself, but I've been feeling it a lot lately as a medium. As I just walk past people, you'd be surprised. Like, it's an overwhelming rush of emotion and images that I don't understand because they're personal to whoever I'm standing beside at that time. And if it's a crowded room, oh my goodness. But anyway, so one of the things I wanted to address that I think is extremely important before we begin today's live readings is, how do I phrase this? Thought versus emotion. So a lot of people, as we approach the holidays, are feeling extremely stressed out. And, when we talk about depression and feelings of like suicide and, the holidays for some are like an exciting, wonderful, joyous time. And for others can be very lonely and very stressful and a lot of pressure. So, but I want to ask you guys, like, do you know where feelings come from? Like, does anybody really know? Because I think that with Spirit's help, I've kind of figured this out. Feelings are a direct relation to thought, which we can control. Feelings we can't control. So it's like if you put your hand on a hot burner, you're going to feel pain. It's going to happen. Your head is that burner. So if you are allowing yourself, and I say allowing because it's a choice, and you can retrain your thoughts, you have to be conscious of what you're thinking, and you have to purposefully tell yourself how to think, teach yourself how to see the positives in a situation, how to see the opportunities that are before you. Stop those conversations. You stub your toe and you're like, oh my God, I'm such an idiot. No, the worst thing you can do, because your thoughts have so much power and they create your emotion. I talk to people all the time who are like, what do? I'm in this serious depression and I can't shake it. And I'm like, well, that tells me that you're focusing on what you don't have instead of what you do have in your life. Those are the things that you're thinking about because your emotions are a direct relation to what you're thinking about. So, and I mean, I'm saying this from experience, guys. I'm a single mom of 4 kids, and I've been a single mom since a month after I turned 17 years old. So I've had a pretty rough road in life. And when it all turned around for me, and it's still turning around, not like, I'm doing not like I'm rich or anything by a far cry, but I mean, life is probably the best it's ever been for me. And the reality is that it happened when I changed my thought, when I changed what I was focusing on. When I had nothing else in the world to be grateful for, I found something to be grateful for. And I chose to think about that. Because little by little, as we change our thoughts, our emotions change. And there is no such thing as being depressed and being grateful at the same time. It can't happen. Those two emotions cannot correspond together. So the first step, please remember this. The first step, if you're feeling down and depressed and lonely and, at your wit's end and you don't know what to do, is to say to yourself, talk to that little person inside you, little boy, little girl, whoever it might be, and you tell, what would your advice to that boy be, that young child in there? You know, if this was your son or your daughter, what would your advice to them be? You wouldn't sit there and say all the things you say to yourself in your head, like, oh, you fool, you can't do this, da-da-da-da. You wouldn't say all that stuff. You would say encouraging, positive words. That's what we need to do in our own lives, because when we do, I can't explain why this works and why this changes everything. I can just say that I'm living proof of somebody who was leading a very hard existence in this world that has dramatically changed my life in every way. And it's because of the gratitude. So anyway, okay. So enough speech. I hope that that is helpful for some of you out there. And in the meantime, I'm going to take some more messages from Spirit here today. They are the true inspiration. Like, I mean, once I started doing readings for people, the messages they bring in are truly inspiring. So here we go. Hello? Sorry, hold on a second. I can't get you on speakerphone. Somebody else is calling in. Hold on one second. I gotta wait till that stops. Here, maybe I can just end that. There we go. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, sorry. What's your first name?
Michelle.
Michelle. You're calling for the free reading?
Yes, please.
I guess I should ask that first, but okay. So you're the first person to come through today, so I'd like to do a little grounding exercise first, if that's okay.
Sure.
If I can get you to sit somewhere where your feet are flat on the floor, and I want you to take a deep breath, but I want you to picture that deep breath starting at your big toe and slowly pulling it up through your body, and then blow it straight through the phone at me, and then give me 1 minute while I just focus. Okay. Okay. So I'm not sure what's going on yet. They came through right away. The first thing I heard was the three. So I'm not sure if there's like 3 people coming through or if they're talking about 3 people here. Just give me a minute to like sort through this. There's definitely 2 characters straight off the top. There is a gentleman who feels like a father figure, and there is also a very, how do I put this? Oh, she's overemphasizing. There's somebody who's coming across very nurturing that I feel like maybe wasn't so nurturing here in the physical world, and so she's being extra nurturing on the other side to try to make up for that. So, so I'm going to try to break them down one at a time. Sometimes when they first come through, it's a whole bunch of, I just throw all the signs and symbols at you because I don't know what they mean, and then I'll slow it down and go through each one to figure it out. So give me just a sec. Okay, it's weird how this is coming through because the grandmother figure is kind of, I think it's a grandmother. She's kind of pointing towards the father figure, saying he goes first. He goes first.
My son's father passed away, and that's kind of who I was hoping would come through.
There you go. So she's acknowledging that, and she's acknowledging that, you know, they both heard you request that before you called in, which is why they're respecting that. Okay, so hold on a sec. Whoa. Slow down. Okay, I'm not sure what this means, but he shows me being surrounded by white lighters, which white lighters are kind of like angels, I guess. They're just beings of white light. They don't have features like eyes, fingers, etc., but they're human-shaped, just beings of white, pure light. And they usually surround somebody that passed from, that either takes responsibility for their passing in some way, or there's been a lot of healing that is needed around them or their family that they left behind. He's not making me feel like he took his own life. It's more like he's talking about the healing that is needed for the family right now is tremendous. Does this make sense to you?
It makes 100% sense.
Okay, so hold on a second. He's making me feel like he's got some relief on that side now that he's being able to work through this with these white lighters, that they're helping his. I feel like he's taking me to the brain and the heart. Was he really angry about what was going on with him before he passed away?
I have reason to believe so, yes.
Because he's like talking about that he's getting the clarity of mind now, that he's finally finding some peace. And then he shows me putting on the rose-colored glasses, which is my symbol for when spirit sees things differently on that side than they did when they were here in the physical world. And he kind of looks down and he's like, so many things I could have done better. So many things I could have done better. I feel like he's still in the phase of where, and Spirit tells me this all the time, when our soul gets to the other side, we have to view our life through other people's eyes. And I feel like he's in the process of that right now.
This all just happened, so that all makes perfect sense.
Like how long has he been passed?
A little over a week.
Wow. That gave me goosebumps. Interesting. So that makes perfect sense why he's still in that phase on the other side. Okay, so hold on, slow down. He's showing me 2 kids, though. Does he have 2 children from 2 different mothers?
He's got 3 from 2 of us, yes.
Okay.
I've got 1, and the other woman has 2.
The other one has 2. I could definitely feel that there was 2 families. Is there like 2 boys and a girl?
Yes, there is.
Okay. I feel like he's got some splaining to do to himself on the other side. He's like, I could have done so much better. Like, I feel like I could have been a better father. I could have been a better husband. Like, I feel like he was really angry that his time was cut short before he was passing on, and that this has just been a big learning curve for him. But he's stepping forward with the white lighters to let you know and to let your son know that he is healing on the other side. He's definitely passing on an apology to your son. Hold on a second. I feel like something was planned. We were supposed to take a trip, or we were supposed to go do this and this and this together, and I let you down, buddy. Like, I let you down.
He moved away quite a few months ago to go to school, and he was supposed to be coming back to Calgary to where his children were by January. So, yeah, that all makes perfect 100% sense.
And he's telling me that your son is now carrying that burden of thinking, kids have a miraculous way of making everything their fault. And it's like he's saying that your son is now carrying that burden of thinking there was something that I could have done to have made him come quicker, or there's something I could have done to have gotten out there to see him before this happened. Like, his dad is saying, this is not your fault, buddy. I take full responsibility for this, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hold on a sec. Slow down. He's apologizing for his son having his temper.
Oh, God, does he ever. Yeah.
He's like, I'm really sorry. That's something you're going to have to put up with now. Like, and then he's going on about how you are this amazing mother, but I feel like he didn't want to acknowledge that here in the physical world. It was like, there's one part of him that's extremely grateful for this, but it's almost like, and I don't feel like there was a huge dysfunction between the two of you. I don't know if there was a lot of contact between the two of you, but it feels more like he knew this for a very long time. He just didn't like to tell everybody because it made him feel worse about how that all ended, if that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense. Me and him actually became very good friends in the last few years.
There you go. He's like, I should have told you what a great mother you were. I should have told you that more. He's like, I would tease her all the time, and she knew that I cared, but I never actually spoke the words. Aww. Hold on, he's not done. Why is he bringing forward a baby? He's telling you how beautiful she is. Did you lose a baby by any chance?
No. My husband and I are trying right now.
Ah, there you go. That would be why, because he's wanting you to know that not only do you have his blessing and support on the other side, but that he has already met the soul of your child that's coming, and he's confirming for you. He's like, I didn't give you a lot of peace here in the physical world, but let me give you this peace. You are going to have another child. Were you hoping for a girl?
Yeah.
Because...
Yeah.
He's saying she's so beautiful. Like, wait till you see her, he says. She's so beautiful. And then he shows me him placing her into your arms. So this is his way of letting you know that his soul has already met your daughter on the other side, and that he will be watching over her as well as your son for the rest of their life. And he's thanking you for kind of putting up with him, I should say. For being the bigger person, as he puts it. It's almost like you let him apologize without saying the words, "I'm sorry," if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Well, I hope this helped you.
I pick my battles with him.
Yes. Well, I hope this helped you.
It does, thank you.
You are very welcome. You have a wonderful day.
You too, thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh. Hello? Hello? One more time. Hello? I gotta switch over, guys. Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Were you just calling for the free readings?
Yes.
Okay. What is your first name?
Emily.
Emily. Okay, Emily, give me just 1 second to focus here. I don't know what happened there. I think somebody tried to call in right before you, but there was no sound. So I'm not
really?
sure. I think your loved ones kind of cut her off and said, "No! Her turn!" Hold on a sec. It's a very lively lady that comes forward. Hold on. Like, I'm not, sometimes spirit will overdo it. Like, they will exaggerate things that they show me on the other side if they really want to make a point. And this lady comes through and she's dancing and she's like moving all over and she's just like, yes, I got my life back. Like, yes, I can move. I can get around again. She feels so free on the other side.
That would be my grandma.
Okay. She's like, you've got to know that I'm not in any pain anymore. And she's like, oh, Tracy, it was terrible. Why did they have to watch me die like that? Why did it have to go down like that? So
Yeah, I agree.
It took a long time for her to pass?
Kind of, yeah. It was a long time coming, but she was still pretty young, so it was kind of a surprise.
Right. Okay.
So...
That's part of it. That's what she just showed me. She's like surprised. She snaps her fingers. She's like, we weren't expecting this fast. Like, she's
yeah,
like,
exactly.
I had so much more time. Hold on a second. She's talking about attending a wedding in spirit.
That would probably be my brother's wedding. He got married last year.
Okay, so
But I've also gotten engaged since she passed. So it could be mine.
no, when you say that, she goes, oh, honey, we haven't even gotten to that yet. She's like,
exactly.
You just
There's
wait.
no plan. There's no plan for when it'll happen. It's just kind of there right now.
Hold on a sec. She's extremely happy to be reunited with the gentleman on the other side. They come through holding hands together. So is her husband on the other side as well, your grandfather?
No, but he, her brother is.
Her brother. Okay.
But her ex-husband, which would be my grandpa, he's really sick right now and in the hospital, and it's
Okay.
not going to make it much longer.
Don't give me too much information. I'm just going to get her to validate.
Sorry.
It's okay. I know it's tempting. I just want Spirit to validate stuff for you, right?
Yeah.
So, because she's bringing forward the gentleman that's on the other side, and she makes me feel like he's been there for some time. Like she has a great peace to be reunited with him again.
I'm not. I think he passed a few years ago, but she didn't see him very often because he was very sick.
There you go. Okay, so hold on. Oh boy, okay, she's got a lot to say. I just got to slow her down a little bit. I feel like there's so much going on in your life and your loved ones' lives that she's like, all right, Tracy, I know we're on the clock, so ready? Keep up. That's how she like puts it to me. So hold on a second. She wants to talk about the move.
We did move.
Then hold on.
Since she passed, yeah.
Okay, she talks about the move, then she shows me the thumbs up, then she shows me, phew, like, whew, that just worked out so perfectly. Like almost as if we had built ourselves up into an anxiety about it before it happened, and then after it happened, it's like, oh, thank God this is done.
Yes, that's true.
But she's talking about how the move came with a change of life. Like, life changed after this move. It wasn't just like, you know, you move houses, but life stays the same. There was big changes after this. Did you, like, move cities or something?
No, I'm starting to think maybe you're talking about my mom's move, because that makes a lot of sense. It was for the whole family.
Okay.
So that makes more sense than my move.
Okay.
Because there's been a lot of great changes ever since we got rid of our lake lot.
I see, because that's exactly, she's talking about the move, and then once this happened, she's like, which was a very good thing, which is why she shows me the thumbs up. But then she's like, once this happened, there's like a feeling of so much relief, and then everything just changes. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, that makes sense.
She's like, most are good. Slow down. So, not you, sorry. Slow down. Why do I feel like there's a lot of people in your family?
There is.
Okay, because she's not just directing all of her messages towards you, she's directing them towards a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, sure. We have a big family.
I feel like she's grateful that she gets to be, like, at the helm again. Almost like she was the matriarch of the family before she passed away. Before she got sick, I should say. And then there was a period of time where she couldn't take that role anymore, and that was extremely hard for her. And now that she's on the other side, she's talking about having that power back and being able to take that role. She's definitely claiming that she will be in the kitchen with you guys at Christmas time. It's like whoever's cooking needs some help.
Exactly where she would be.
That she's saying whoever is in that kitchen isn't doing it right. I don't know if that's just what she says about everybody, or if the person who's supposed to cook that meal maybe isn't the greatest cook, which is why she's standing right next to them, whispering in their ear, trying to give them as much help as she possibly can.
That makes so much sense.
So she looked at you and she said thank you for opening up the conversation with her again. It's almost like this stopped for a while, like you stopped talking to her or thinking all the time, and now recently you've started communicating with her again.
Yes, that
and
makes sense.
So she's validating that she hears you, and she's thanking you for keeping her a part of your life and wanting to give you, she's like, I wasn't going to miss this opportunity to give you the go-ahead. She's like, you go, honey. You just jump. Just jump. There is some opportunity that is coming up in your world, and it's like, do I or don't I? Do I or don't I? Do I or don't I? If I do and I fall on my face, it's going to hurt hard. But if I don't, then I will never fly. So she wanted to take this opportunity to step forward and tell you that she has all the faith in the world in you right now. And she's like showing me the long road, which when I see the road, it's my symbol for you're trying to plan every step of the journey way farther down the road that you can't even see yet. She's like, focus on what's just right in front of you. Take it one day at a time and it will lay itself out nicely as you go. You have help on the other side. You have a lot of family, as much family as you have here. She's talking about that there is even more on that side. And a lot of them are like older and would love the opportunity to jump in and help synchronize things in your life and help you with this kind of stuff. But first you've got to ask them for that help. And second, you've got to take a deep breath, believe in yourself, and just jump.
Thank you so much.
You are very welcome. I hope that was helpful.
It definitely was.
All right. You have a great day.
You as well.
Okay. Bye-bye. Okay. It's interesting. I'm not sure who this is, but I'm already feeling energy, so it almost feels like male energy. Hold on. Hello? Hello? What is with this phone today? Can somebody hear me? Okay. I don't know. I heard somebody on there originally, but then the sound stopped. Hopefully I haven't killed another phone. Guys, it's impossible when talking to spirits sometimes. Feel free. Try again. That was very weird. That's twice today. You know what? I forgot to say my prayer of no interruptions before I do this to keep the connection safe. So I'm just going to take a minute to do that now. And please, if you're looking for a reading, call in. The phone's not ringing. So now's your opportunity. Okay. Hopefully that helps with the line. Sometimes I forget, and if you've seen some of my past videos, they just get jumpy like that, or sometimes they'll just pause and black out. Like I can't control that stuff. Spirits and electricity and electronics don't really mix. Okay, so I'm still feeling energy, but the phone's not ringing, guys. So if nobody else needs this reading, I'm not sure who this is for, but if it's not you guys, it's obviously where I'm going, so today. All right, well, I guess I'm just going to wrap it up then. So you guys have an amazing afternoon, and thank you for tuning in today. I wish you guys all the best. I will absolutely do my best next week to pop online. However, it is like moving. The truck comes Saturday and Sunday, so I guess we'll see if I can get the house together enough to go live. But oh, okay. Somebody is going to call in, and I still have half an hour. So all right, here we go. Hello? Hi. Hold on a sec. I'm not sure this phone just won't put you on speaker. There we go.
Okay.
Are you there? We figured it out. Yay. Sorry, I'm having technical issues today.
No problem.
Okay, so you were calling for the free reading?
Yes, I was.
Okay, what is your name?
My name's Michelle.
Michelle. Okay.
Yes.
I think you're the second Michelle to call in today.
Oh, okay.
So hold on one second. So I definitely want to go to the male that steps forward.
Okay.
Slow down. How do I explain that? Slow down. Hold on a second. His energy is very weird at this moment.
Okay.
So this definitely feels like somebody who is related. I think I feel a bloodline. However, the feeling he's giving me as he steps forward is like confusion. So I don't know if there was like a gentleman that had like Alzheimer's or dementia or was like just fogged out by meds in the end or something, but I'm feeling like this brain fog, if that makes sense.
My grandfather had brain cancer.
There we go. That would be why he's making, like, I almost felt dizzy in my head. I was like, this is weird, the way he's bringing this information forward. It's all in my head. Okay, hold on a second. He's like letting you know that he is fully healed on the other side, that he absolutely can think for himself again. Like I immediately feel that brain fog clear. He's happy to be able to have his mobility back, so there must have been something about a mobility issue that he couldn't walk around or something towards the end, because he's showing me like movement and being self-sufficient was very important to him in life, and now he has full movement again on the other side.
Okay, yeah, he had knee problems.
I see. He also steps forward with the hammer in the hand, which is my symbol for somebody that worked with their hands or was like extremely handy. Do you know what he did for work?
He drove a cab for the longest time, actually.
Interesting.
Yeah.
He like calls himself like Mr. Fix-It though.
Really?
Like he's stepping forward like he's like, I can fix anything. Hold on.
Maybe that was just his attitude.
I think the reason why he's bringing this up is in direct relation to what's going on in your life right now. There's something around you that needs fixing. Like I'm seeing him like nailing or hammering. Like, is there renovations or something going on around you?
We've had a few things done in the house, and yeah, we had a bit of a flood in our basement and had some things we had to repair and stuff downstairs.
There you go. That's why he's stepping forward saying, I'm Mr. Fix-It. I can fix anything. And he's wanting to let you know that it was his soul that helped you get that deal, or that maybe it's not even such a deal. It's like something happens and I'm able to get somebody there right now. Like there's some lucky component of this. Either it was in the amount of money that you had to pay or how quickly somebody got there, or I don't know what that stroke of luck is that he's talking about.
Maybe because my brother is a plumber and I phoned him because our sump pump backed up.
Isn't that interesting?
He came here with a brand new sump pump and installed it like right away.
And it's funny that your grandfather is like taking some responsibility and helping to make that happen. He's funny, your grandfather, I have to say. Like, I feel like he's like, you know, one of those people that make jokes about how great they are all the time?
Yes.
But you know that they're kidding around and stuff, and not that they're not great, but this is like the attitude that he's coming forward, like, well, you know, my grandson, well, he gets that from me, you know, like.
And they were very close.
I see. That's why he's like taking credit for his grandson's achievements. That's so funny. He's like, yay, baby, 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 baby. Somebody, so he wants to acknowledge the births or births that have been in the family since he's passed.
There's been a few.
That he corrected me when I said birth. He's like, births. I'm like, yeah. All right.
There's been a lot. I mean, he's got like 8 great-grandchildren he's never met, so.
He's correcting you there. He's absolutely met their souls on the other side before they came here. And then he touches his heart, and he's pointing from himself to the one child. So one of the children is either just like him or is named after him, has one of his names, because that's what that symbol means. So if nobody named one of their kids after them, then look out, because one's going to be just as sarcastic and witty and funny and as charming as he puts it, as he is.
Oh my goodness. My one son doesn't have his middle name, has his father's first name as his middle name.
So still his connection to him.
His dad.
What is he doing? He's like talking about how it's almost better on that side because he can do things that he was never able to do here. Did you guys just go tobogganing or something like that recently? Sledding?
No, we talked about it, but we didn't end up going.
I see. He's validating for you that when you had that conversation, his soul was present. And he's also very much encouraging you to go because he's like, I can go too. If you go, I go. You go sliding down.
My son just broke his leg.
Oh. So dead. He's so funny. When you say that, he's like, well, it's not like I told you to take him up Mount Everest, like small hills. He's like, we don't have to overdo it here. We can still have fun. And there's a bigger message in there, I think, is what he's trying to do is calm, like, because they hear your thoughts and they know what your feelings are. And he's talking about you being extra worried about your son and the fact of what he can and can't do and don't do that and would you sit still and oh my god he's gonna re-break it and like all of these emotions around it and he's telling you to relax. He's gonna be okay.
Oh, well, that's good to know. It made me worry a lot.
I'm seeing the number 8 and I'm not sure how that relates.
My son who broke his leg is 8.
There we go. That would be why. So again, validating that his soul is watching over you on the other side.
Wow. That's amazing.
He's saying one more thing. Hold on. He's bringing the lady through as well. But it's coming through a little bit uniquely, so just give me a second. Like, I feel like he's talking for her, so hold on. He's telling me that she's always in her jammies. She just loves her jammies. What is with this? The lady is always in jammies.
Really? Oh, gosh, I don't know who that would be.
I feel like this would be... See, I feel like, because he's so sarcastic and teasing that I don't know how to take it, what he's saying to me. But he, like, calls her the old broad. So I don't know if he's, like, talking about, like, this is his wife or this is his sister. I feel a lot of affection between the two of them, but at the same time, sarcasm, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't know any of his sisters, but, I mean, my grandma never wore her jammies all the time.
In the end, was she, like, always in her jammies, like, for the last month of her life or something?
Oh, well, yeah, for the last month of her life, definitely.
Because that, I think, is exactly what he's talking about, because he's, like, showing me that on that side, she's like, and that's why. And now she's like, you know, if I had known how comfortable this was, I would have just done this my whole life. Like, she's showing me she's still in pajamas on the other side because she's comfortable that way.
Oh.
And it's the way she's bringing this forward is like, you know, I don't have to pretend to be something I'm not. I don't have to try to be more than I can be. It's okay to just be me now. It's almost like she spent her entire life trying to live up to some imaginary ideal in her head that was just really hard for her. Does that make sense?
Well, I mean, I was pretty young when she passed away, but I mean, she did everything for everybody.
Yeah.
Always tried to make sure everybody was fed and, you know, comfortable and was okay.
And is this your mom's mom?
No, this is my dad.
Interesting. Okay, slow down. Because she wants to thank your mom. So she met your mom.
Yeah.
Hold on. I feel like your mom was really there towards the end, or she did something that was a big deal. I'm not sure what that is, but she's like, your grandma's thanking her for this.
My mom was always at the hospital at the end.
There you go.
Everybody was. She was always there with my dad.
Please let your dad know that there was nothing else he could have done. She's like telling me that every day he worried about how can I make her more comfortable? How can I make this easier on her? Oh my God, this looks so rough for her. How do I fix this for her? And that since she's passed, he's worried that he did not do enough for her here in the physical world.
That makes perfect sense.
And she's saying, you did enough. You did more than enough. And she does not want him to carry that burden going forward. That she has, like, it's almost like there was too much fussing. She's like, for goodness sake, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I don't care if my hair's a mess. I can't see myself anyway. Like, It's okay.
Wow.
But she's like, he was very anal about how she looked. I feel like there was a nurse or two that got chewed out for improper care or not being, like, her hair not being brushed properly or something like this.
I can imagine that probably did happen with the way my dad's sisters are, but I would have been too young to be in the room, but that would probably have happened.
So she's saying these messages not only for you, but for your dad and your mom, to give them peace, to let them know that everything that they did was more than enough here in the physical world. And she's extremely grateful. And she has found peace on the other side. And she's so peaceful that she doesn't feel the need to have to try to live up to be somebody she's not, or try to have to be perfect. She can walk around in her nightgown all day long and be perfectly happy.
I will let them know.
Oh, I hope that was helpful for you.
That was awesome. Thank you.
You have a wonderful day.
You too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh.
You have a wonderful day.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Were you calling for the free readings?
I am.
Okay, what is your first name?
It's Lauren.
Lauren. Okay, give me 1 second here to focus. I just heard the heart go ba-bump, 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 ba-bump. Did you just get really nervous all of a sudden?
Sort of.
Okay. I could feel that. It's almost like I wasn't expecting to get through, and it's like, what do you mean, hello? Hello? It's like, oh my God, now my heart's just a-going. Okay. Okay, I'm going to get you to do a little grounding exercise for me if you don't mind.
Okay.
So I'm going to get you to put your feet flat on the floor. Take a deep breath. Picture that deep breath starting at your big toe and slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it straight through the phone at me. And then just give me 1 minute to focus.
Sure.
Okay. So this is interesting. You have a few people stepping forward, but I feel like it's not all from the same family. Like I'm seeing like 3 distinct families here. Hold on.
Okay.
You're married?
Common law, but...
Okay, but you have a spouse?
Harvard, yes. Yeah.
Slow this down. I feel like there's a female connected to your spouse that's trying to come through.
Okay.
Hold on. I almost feel like this would be like a grandmother figure or something like that. The way she makes me feel is either she didn't get to see him for a long time before she passed away, or she's been on the other side for a long time, because she's just like quickly taking the moment to step forward, welcome you to the family, and tell her her grandson how much she loves him and misses him and is watching over him.
Okay.
Hold on. Sorry, sorry. Somebody else, so your family is like, because she pulled her energy back, and I'm like, really? That's it? That was that quick? And then one of your family members says, yeah, well, their family is just like your spouse, which is, very stubborn. We got to get our way. And so they're going to just let her do her thing first, and then they'll come through. So rather than fighting with her on the other side, because she's stubborn, just like him. Okay, hold on. There is a very nurturing father figure that steps forward. He wraps you in like this huge blanket, but it's not the white blanket. What is this? It's like so much comfort. He's making me feel like either this is somebody that you were very bonded to. So it's either a father or a grandfather or an uncle, but I feel like their death was hard for you to accept. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Who is that to you?
Well, it's either my grandfather or my stepfather.
Okay, I'll get him to validate even more. Bingo, there we go. So both of the father figures, so the grandfather and the stepfather, are here. Remember how I said in the very beginning that there was 3 distinct families that stepped forward? So we have your father, your stepfather, which is another family, and your spouse's grandmother that stepped forward. That would be the 3 families that wanted to speak today. Okay. So were you very close with the stepfather figure?
We sort of had this just a unique relationship.
Okay, well, let me tell you what he's validating, just to make sure, because I'm not sure who's who, like if this is the grandfather or the stepfather, but I feel like it's the stepfather, because he wraps this big blanket of comfort around you. He's, like, apologizing for, hold on. Just apologizing for the mess that his death left. But how do I explain this? Slow down, I can't talk and hear you at the same time. Interesting. He snaps his fingers, so his passing was sudden or unexpected. And he definitely has white lighters all around him. Again, white lighters are beings of light that surround people who either take responsibility for their own passing, committed suicide, or there's been a lot of trauma or healing needed either by that person or the family left behind. Because white lighter's sole intent and purpose is to help people heal.
Okay.
Slow down. I don't know what he means. He's like, I could have handled that better. Hold on. Were he and your mom still together when he passed?
Yes.
Because he's making me feel like he didn't do enough before he passed, that he didn't make enough plans, that there was too much dumped on her shoulders after he passed, and that he didn't mean to leave it that way.
Yeah, I understand that.
He's like, I totally understand her being angry at me. I totally understand that. Like, I feel like she chewed him out something terrible after he passed. Like, I feel like he got quite the lecture on the other side, as well as crying. And, like, of course she's very upset, but he just wants to acknowledge that he deserved every single word of it. It's almost like after he passed, she's like, you bastard, how could you have done this? And then, the next day it's like, oh my God, please don't hate me. I didn't mean that. Do you know what I mean? And he's acknowledging that she had every right to say every word that she said, and he's apologizing for not picking up the slack and doing the things that should have been done before he passed away. Yes, he might have passed suddenly or unexpectedly, and he just took my breath away as that happened. So was this something to do with the chest or the breathing?
Yeah.
Okay, I need a just quick drink. Interesting how they do that to me sometimes. He's like, yes, that happened so quick, like just how that happened with me, like 1 minute, I'm talking normally, the next minute, bam. And he's like, but you know what? He's like, I should have been on top of that before. I should have planned harder. Like, I feel like your mom always told him, like, we got to think ahead. And your dad was the type to fly by the seat of his pants. Or, sorry, grandfather type to fly by the seat of his pants. Does that make sense?
Sort of, yeah.
I'm getting all the players mixed up because he's going so fast with the messages. So give me a second here.
That's okay.
So he's pushing your grandfather back at this moment in time. We were talking to stepdad. I was correct the first time I said dad, and then I can feel your grandfather's energy too. So that's why I get them so confused sometimes. So let me just try to get him to step forward. He's like itching for his turn. I feel like he's just itching. Slow it down. He puts the white blanket around your shoulders, which is usually my symbol for somebody who has health or stress issues. In your case, I feel like it's a challenging time in your life right now. But he says, you got this. Like, you got this. Don't even think twice. You got this. It's almost like you've bitten off a little bit more than you think you can chew. But he's like, you know what? You'll make it through this. Don't even worry about it.
Okay.
He's like, I don't want these conversations to end, you know? Like, he's talking about being very thankful that you were able to come to him with certain things towards the end of his life or before he, I don't know if that was just the relationship you always had with him, but he's thanking you for either you had a heart-to-heart with him of some sort before he passed away, or it was your practice to, like, go to him with things that you wouldn't tell other people normally because he's thanking you for that. Does that make sense?
Sort of as a after he passed thing, like
After.
I talk to him all the time. I was pretty young when he passed, but like
I see.
I know that he's watching out for me, so he's the person that I sort of talk to.
I see. Because he's thanking you for that. And validating that his soul is present while you're speaking to him. And he's like, never doubt that. He's like, Tracy, this isn't my stepdaughter. He's like, I don't like that word. He's like, when I married her mom, I married the whole family. And he still watches over all of you. I keep seeing 4. Is there 4 members of the family or is there 4 children?
I have 4 members in my family.
Like, okay.
Like, with me and my partner and then our kid.
I see. Because that would make sense, because he's talking about watching over you, and then he shows me the 4, watching over the 4.
Okay.
I know I can hear a child in the background, and maybe that's why he's commenting on this, but he's very excited about the teeth. Did somebody just get teeth, or did we just lose teeth, or what is with the teeth? He's showing me the thumbs up and the teeth.
I don't know what that's about. Everybody's got teeth.
Did you? I would hope so. Did you just go to the dentist or something like this? Like, was there an issue with the teeth that is, like, not an issue anymore or something? I don't know what that means.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Like, I don't know what the
Did
teeth
somebody
is.
just finish teething?
No.
What does that mean? Hold on. He just keeps showing me the same symbol, and I don't know what this means. So I'm just going to tell you exactly what I see, and maybe it means something different to you than what I'm saying. He shows me a picture of a little boy, and all I see is this great big huge smile and teeth, and a big thumbs up about awesome. This is awesome. Oh, maybe it's like a picture, and we got the smile right or something. And then he's like, you'll see. This is where I feel like I'm on the right track now. It's almost like he's trying to validate. Sometimes Spirit does this, and you'll notice people will comment on the video afterwards, or I'll even let you guys know sometimes when people write into me afterwards, and they're like, remember when you said this and I could not place it at the time? Well, 2 weeks later, this happened, and it freaked me out. So he's showing me, I'm fairly certain this is like a picture that he's talking about, like the perfect smile. It's almost like somebody has like a goofy grin, or getting like a good smiling picture of somebody is really difficult because the symbols aren't changing. It's the big smile, which I assumed was teeth, but I think it's more smile, and the thumbs up, that this is like going to be like the best picture ever.
Okay.
He's like, and when you see this picture with one of your children, that you're just like, oh my God, look at that smile. Look in the corner, because your stepfather will make his presence known. Have you ever seen an orb in a picture?
Yep.
Watch for that, because it's one of the ways he's going to validate for you that his soul is still with you. Okay, so he pulls his energy back a little bit, but Grandpa's like, okay, do I finally get a turn? Hold on. Did he have a cane or a walking issue before he passed away?
My grandfather? No.
Yeah. Because what he showed me is the wiggle, and when I see them do the wiggle, that's usually my symbol for mobility issues here in the physical world. Slow down.
He was a dancer.
Oh, okay. See, this is how, and I tell people this all the time, I have my normal symbols for things, but once in a while, like, for example, my symbol for anniversary is a rose. So 9 times out of 10, when they show me a rose, it means anniversary. But that 10th time, it's because the person owns a flower shop. Like, you know what I mean? So this is why he's doing that, like, dance wiggle. He's, like, showing me that he can move freely and clearly on the other side, and he's still dancing on the other side. He's putting the white blanket around a lady's shoulders. Is his wife still here in the physical world?
Yep, she's still here.
Because he just put the white blanket around her shoulders, and he's like, please let her know that I'm still watching over her on this side. Slow down. He's like making me feel a lot of gratitude, and he's showing me my symbol for thank you for the way that the family takes care of her, because he doesn't have to worry so much. Like, he's just extremely grateful that she gets the care that she needs right now. He's like, you know, she still knows when he's around. I don't know if she talks about that or whatnot, but he's talking about that she knows when he's around. She still talks to him, and she still feels him around, just like as if he was still living. And he just wants to validate that she's absolutely correct. That is his soul around. She's like telling him to stop hovering. I'm fine. Go away. I'm fine.
Yeah, she does do that.
Aw, he's taking this moment to express his love, let you know how proud of you he is. And there's something about, you know what, don't worry about how many times you fall down. It's about how many times you get back up. And that you got this. Hold on. He just showed me the fork, like I have a decision between 2 things that I want to go. Are you trying to have another baby or thinking about having another baby?
No, but there's major things potentially in our major life choices.
Okay, because what he's showing me is like there's these options coming up, but then it's almost like maybe he's talking about the kids that you have now. No, I don't think that's it. If you're not looking to have another baby, be very careful. I feel like there's another child that's supposed to come into your life, but maybe this timing isn't quite so right, and that this is why he's giving you that heads up, like, you know what, jump into whatever these other options are that are coming up for you, but take some precautions now because the timing isn't right. And if you're not careful, And he literally goes, tick, 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 like we've been a little not careful recently. And then he's like, don't get me wrong, I'm not watching, I just know these things. So he's like, just trying to help you out because this is a big step. There's something about you moving forward with your life in a way that is like for you. Like there's been a big deal of your life that has been for everybody else so far, and this part of your life is for you. And it's extremely important that you embrace that and move forward, because that's what's going to keep you happy. If you had another baby right now, you would just feel stuck and pulled down, and it would not feel good in your life right now. Whereas if you give yourself, 4 or 5 years, when your life is like redirected and on this different track, you're going to have more money, more time, more energy. It's going to be a much better place in your life. But they're not giving me a lot of detail on what the choices are that are coming up for you, because Spirit doesn't like to influence those choices. It's very important that we make our own choices free will. But what he is saying is that he's peeked ahead a little bit, and he's like, you know what, if you do it, he shows me, like, that old, what is that baseball movie with Kevin Costner? If you build it, they will come.
Oh, yeah.
He's showing me that. And he said, anytime you have doubt, you just picture that in your head again. And remember that movie. Think about that. Every time you see that movie, think of him. Because that's what he's telling you right now. If you build it, it will happen.
Okay.
He's pulling his energy back. I hope that was helpful.
Yeah, that was really great. Thank you, Tracy.
You are very welcome. You have a wonderful day.
You too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys. Woo! So I just flipped the phone over. Sorry about that. I told you I'm not very good with technology. Anyway, so thank you guys all for joining me today. I have to go pick up the keys to my new house now. Yay! So I have to let you go for here. I will definitely make a big effort to get on next week, even if I'm not put together at all. Anybody who knows me in the real world knows that I walk around in my pajamas half the time with my hair in a ponytail and no makeup and just, comfortable in my own skin, I suppose. But the hair, the makeup, whatever, I do that for you guys, and so that I don't have to look at myself and go, oh God. But, anyway, so next week I might not look too pretty, but I will try to be here. So thank you guys all for joining us today, and you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend and rest of your week. God bless. I'll talk to you soon.